Okay, so imagine this. You've just closed a customer. They've bought your product or service, and now they're gone. You don't know when or even if you're going to see them again. But there's something that you can do. There are some things that you can put in place to make sure that they come back. And not only that, but they become long-term subscribers who bring in recurring commissions into your business. Now, a lot of people think that once they get someone to buy their product or service, that is the end of the relationship. But that is definitely not the case, because most people are gone. Need more of what you're reselling them at some point in time, so you've already done all of the hard work of building up that trust with them, building up that authority so that they felt comfortable enough to buy from you in the first place. So it makes sense to keep that relationship going, and then they will become a long-term customer. And if you sell a subscription-based product or service, this is how you're going to get those recurring commissions. So firstly, we need to think about what you're actually selling. So what product or service are you selling? Is it a digital product, like an ebook or a course? Or is it a physical product? Or maybe you offer a service. Now, the strategy is going to be slightly different depending on what you're selling, but the main premise behind it is always the same. It's about keeping in touch with your customer after they made that initial purchase and making sure that they feel valued, that they feel appreciated, and that they feel like they're part of your brand. Let me give you a few examples, starting with a digital product like an ebook or a course. So let's say you have an ebook that you're selling on your website. Once someone has bought that ebook, you want to make sure that they actually read it, that they get value from it, and that they feel like it was worth their money. So what you can do is send them a series of emails that provide additional value on top of the ebook. This could be in the form of bonus content, additional resources, or even just a simple email asking them what they thought of the book and how they were getting on with it. The idea here is to keep your brand top of mind and to make sure that your customers feel like they getting ongoing value from you even after they made their purchase. Another thing you can do is set up an email autoresponder sequence that fires off a series of emails to your new customers. This could be a welcome email. Thank you for buying from us. We're really glad to have you as a customer. We hope you love the ebook. And then you can follow that up with some additional emails that provide more value, like I said, and keep your brand top of mind. The great thing about an email autoresponder is that it frees up your time so that you don't have to manually send out all of these emails yourself. You can set it and forget it. Now, moving on to physical products. So, let's say you're selling t-shirts or mugs or some other type of physical merchandise. The strategy here is slightly different because you want to make sure that your customers are happy with their purchase, that they feel like it was worth their money, and that they would recommend your products to their friends and family. To do this, you can send them a follow-up email a few days after they place their order just to check in and make sure that they are happy with everything. You can also offer them a discount code for their next purchase as a thank you for being a loyal customer. This is a great way to encourage repeat business and to make sure that your customers keep coming back to you for more. Now, another thing you can do is collect feedback from your customers so you can constantly improve your products and your services. You can do this through a simple survey or by just asking them directly in an email. The great thing about collecting customer feedback is that it shows them that you recommitted to providing the best possible experience for them, and that will make them more likely to stay loyal to your brand and to recommend you to their friends and family. Next, let's talk about services. If you provide a service, the strategy is to make sure that your customers are getting ongoing value from you. Even after their initial purchase, this could be in the form of a newsletter or blog that keeps them up to date with the latest industry news and trends. Or it could be in the form of a loyalty program that rewards them for repeat business. Whatever you do, the key is to make sure that your customers feel like they're getting ongoing value from you. Otherwise, they're going to go out and find someone else who can provide it for them. Now, one last thing you can do to make sure that your customers keep coming back to you is to provide excellent customer service. This means being responsive, helpful, and friendly every time they interact with your business, whether it's through email, social media, or in person. Make sure that your customers feel like they can count on you to take care of them. When they have a question or a concern, the better you are at providing customer service, the more likely they are to stay loyal to your brand and to recommend you to their friends and family. And finally, let us talk about the most important thing you can do to make sure that your customers keep coming back to you, which is to simply ask them. Let's say you have an ebook or a digital product, for example. You could send your customers a simple email asking them if they enjoyed the product, if it was helpful, and if they would recommend it to their friends. If you're selling a physical product, you could send them an email asking them for a review, or even just asking them what they thought of the product, and if they would buy it again. When you ask your customers for their thoughts, it shows them that you're serious about providing the best possible experience for them, and that will make them more likely to stay loyal to your brand and to recommend you to their friends and family. I'm not going to lie, it can be difficult to get your customers to come back to you once they've made their initial purchase. But if you follow the tips that I've shared in this video, you'll give yourself the best possible chance of turning them into long-term subscribers who bring in recurring commissions to your business. Remember, it's all about providing your customers with ongoing value even after they've made their purchase. This will help you build relationships with them, establish your brand as a trusted authority in your industry, and ultimately drive repeat business and subscriptions. Now, before you go, I want to leave you with one final piece of advice. Make sure you track your results so that you can see what's working and what's not. This is the only way you'll be able to continually improve your strategies and make sure that you're getting the most out of your customer. Relationships, you can easily track your results by using Google Analytics, setting up conversion tracking, and monitoring your customer feedback. By tracking your results, you'll be able to see what's working and what's not, and make changes as needed. So there you go. That's my top tips for following up with your customers after they've made their initial purchase. I hope you found this video helpful, and I wish you all the best in growing your customer base and increasing your recurring commissions. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy selling.